Hello everybody, it's Sephiroth4 for another episode of The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons. In the last episode, we got the power of winter, and now we're going to figure out just what we can do with that. We are currently over here on the world map, by the way, if you cared about that. It's actually, I'm going the wrong way on purpose right here, but, so during the winter, just to show you, some types of trees die, and you can go past them. Their foliage dies. And over there we have a piece of heart that we cannot get to yet. But going up over here, apparently we have Maple. This is not a good spot, Maple. I like the second beat that's going on in the background. Just give it a second to listen. You know, like that. Ow! Back again? Stuff flew out of my bag. I'll just have to take what you dropped too. Okay. By the way, as you get to Maple more and more, you'll remember this. As you beat Maple more and more at this game, secret passage, she will actually get faster and harder to beat. But it's more fun that way. I think she also gets better items as time goes on, but it's also random. I thank you for paying to fix my door. So yeah, this guy actually takes money from you. And there's going to be a lot of mean old men like that, so yeah. Also, if you notice, when we went onto the screen and Maple appeared, there were no enemies, and that's going to be something to remember. Suddenly summer. When Maple appears, aside from the music cluing you into the fact that she's coming down, there won't be any enemies, and it's kind of nice that way. Also, see this tree over here? This is the one that dies in the winter. So whenever you see that, it usually means you'll be able to do something. But anyway, if we had taken the correct route, which was going up through this way, actually, yeah, because this would have been winterized and you could have gone past here, then we would come over here to the summery area. I wanted to reset that also just because there was this... No, okay, that's just regular. I think this is a fairy fountain? No. Also, be careful of the plants. Sometimes the plants are enemies. Anyway, you got 30 rupees. That's nice. Yeah, sometimes the plants are enemies, and they run at you when you're not looking. We don't have that here, thankfully, but it's a thing. See, down this way, that is our next dungeon. We could have tried to access it from the winter side, but there's that rock blocking the way. I hate when we're rock blocked. Anyway, this is an exit from an area that we're not going to be getting to for a while. It's deep water that you cannot go into. It's big, 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 big water. If anyone gets that reference, let me know. But anyway, now that we've made it winter over here, we can go over here and jump down this chimney. 'Tis the season, you know? What's up? Ah! You startled me! Winter sets in all of a sudden, and down my chimney comes... You're not Santa! You don't scare me! Now take this shovel and clear the snow from my walkway. Keep the shovel when you're done. Yeah, I like that. She actually says, you're not Santa, so apparently they have Santa Claus in Hyrule in this universe. But yeah, now, we did all that just to get the shovel, and we can use the shovel to get rid of snow there, and we can also use the shovel to dig in the ground. And this is going to come in handy. If you want to go grind for rupees, for ore chunks in Subrosia, you can go do that, but we'll be doing that later. But anyway, I like the shovel, and it's, like I said, it's going to come in handy later. But... we have to go around... Which way? Oh, yeah, down this way. Okay, so the purpose of that was getting the shovel, and the purpose of getting shovel we'll find out in the dungeon. But I actually could have gone to the dungeon, but I took the long way around, so let's go do that over here. Now, I just want to see... No, okay, the water eats you immediately. If it were a pit... Is this a dig spot? No. If it were a pit, then you might be able to finagle your way around, because the pits you slowly fall into as opposed to water, which you just immediately fall into. It's fun that way to try to figure out what you can and can't do. Oh, that's why you need the shovel. You need the shovel to get past this part in the winter. The snow usually doesn't have much in it, like in terms of rupees or whatnot. But anyway, we have a tree here. This tree has mystery seeds. So this is our second type of seed. I believe the game has 5 types, but anyway, when you go select the seed satchel, it will give you an option of which to choose, and you can go here and you can use the mystery seeds on things like this owl statue. Do not forget to give me mystery seeds. Thank you, owl. He does not tell you how many licks it takes to get to Tootsie Roll Center of a Tootsie Pop, though. Ow. And somehow these guys can just climb up and down that without any sort of anything. We can use the, this is just an indication of how things go. We can use the stump here to make this winter. As you saw, in the summer, there were vines up over here that let us crawl up there. In the winter, this is, that's covered over, and there's nothing to do here, but as you can see, next to us, there's some sort of thing with an S on it that we won't be able to get to later, and we need to be able to make this autumn anyway, so that's not gonna help. But anyway, we can head into the next dungeon. Level 2, Snake's Remains. This place, I like it because it starts off pretty creepy. It's dark in here. But we can light the fire. Now, unfortunately, unlike The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, this is not Bottle Grotto, which means we're not going to be facing a giant clown in a genie lamp. And yeah, so don't disappoint yourself off the bat. Anyway, we got 5 rupees! Yay! Yeah, that's kind of a useless treasure, really. Here we have ropes. These, I don't know why they call the snakes ropes, but I know they are. When you kill them all, a key drops down. Now, I don't think that... No, okay, it's just a regular plain old doorway. Do-do-do-do. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Anyway, yeah, we just did all that for a key. You're not going to need the Rod of Seasons in the dungeons. Like, they don't really have any puzzles of that sort in the dungeons themselves, but the dungeons themselves have their own thing. I guess it's a good time to talk about that Oracle of Seasons and Ages are separated not just by content, like by the actual content of like story and stuff, but by the style of games. And that is that Oracle of Seasons tends to be more action-oriented. You're going to have bosses that hurt, and they require you to do stuff to them. Oracle of Ages is going to be different in that it is more puzzle-oriented. The dungeons tend to be a bit more puzzly, a bit longer, and the bosses usually have some sort of gimmick involved in killing them past just, well, killing them. Also, if this doesn't clue you in to the fact that there's a secret here, I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, if you hit a normal wall with your sword, it goes like that. If you hit a special wall with your sword, it goes like that. Which means it's time to pull out the bombs. And yeah, this is entirely a secret room filled with rupees. Each of these rupees is 20, or 1, or whatever. It varies, I guess. But yeah, this does not lead anywhere. Once again, it is just a secret room, but it's good to keep a lookout for them. That gave us, what, about 250 rupees or so, maybe? But yeah. Now that we have a key, we can go up here, and we have these stupid beetles. I call them buzzy beetles, because they're kind of annoying to kill. Unfortunately, we can't get to that yet, so let's just go onward over here. Now, here we have these little plants that actually regrow, which is kind of cool. But in order to get the puzzles of this room, there's a hole in the middle. I would say it's easiest just to stun them with the boomerang and then blow them up. You can also just try to blow them up on their own and have fun with that, but that's the easy way. And we get the power bracelet. Hold the button and press whatever to lift heavy objects. So yeah, once again, just like in Link's Awakening, because, I don't know, it's just how it is, we get the power bracelet in Dungeon 2. Unlike Link's Awakening, we didn't get the Rock's Feather was in Dungeon 1? I don't know. But now that we have it, we can lift up pots and get the dungeon map. Get away, shoot. And the only way to kill those guys is to drop them down holes. Now that we have the dungeon map, we can see it's kind of like a little snake here, with the eye being the secret room that we found, so that's kind of cute. I like the music. I mean, I'm gonna say that a lot, obviously, but I think the music is, I don't know, it's kind of snaky, which is the way it undulates, you know? But yeah, the puzzle here, once again, just symmetry. Symmetry is very important with these puzzles. And now we have giant spike traps following us. And to get a key, just stay here till it passes, and go onward. What's over here? That is a bombable wall. But we are going to go there later, I think. First things first, we go down here. These are giant pillars. You can only push these if you're pressing down and holding the button for the power bracelet. I was about to say power glove, but no, that's a different game. As you can see, the sword also has like a little symbol that says level 1, meaning we can upgrade it, but the power bracelet does not have such a thing. But here we get a Gasha seed. Isn't that nice? We can also lift these rocks up now, so yay. We have a bit more power there. We can go down over here, and we're back in Snake's Remains, and we're on this side of the map. You can just go up here. Okay, now I think this map has a time limit. Like the chest disappears if you take too long. Oh, really, game? So, yeah. I think we might have screwed up. Oh, come on, really? Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, you need to just try to get the right route there. And do it correctly, Dovey. But we should be able to get some bombs out of some of the plants here, no? Oh, you. Greetings, here's the deal. 10 bombs to third group is you. Yeah, opportunist. So yeah, pick up the bombs as you're going so that they explode when you're close. And let's get that out of the way there. See, this is how you do it correctly. And we get a key. Alright, and now we're going to head out to the other side. Break on through to the other side. And all said and done, this isn't a particularly long game, but that's still okay. We head in through here? Yeah, may as well. We could also just gone back to the entrance, but I think it wouldn't really have made much of a time difference. Okay, and back up this way. Actually, we have to get the bombs back out again, because we're going to be going through that wall over here. Also, the ropes, as you can see, will chase at you if you are in their line of sight, so be careful. Okay, so this guy just drops down when you get close to him, so just use him as a platform. These little guys, what you have to do is just keep moving. They can't get you if you just keep running, so make sure that the keys aren't there to stop you. Once again, we have the bracelet time. I think this is a ring? Nope, 10 rupees. Okay, now you have to be careful here, because as you can see, the floor has cracks in it, and if you try to push these bar or rolly things, whatever, when you're on a cracked floor, you'll stay too long and you'll fall through the crack and have to start from the entrance to the room. So yeah, don't fall. Anyway, it's mini boss time. Oh god. Oh, it's Facade! Yay! I love Facade so much. Okay, so Facade also shows up a lot in Link's Awakening, or at least he shows up a lot in these, like, this engine of Zelda games. And he's one of my favorite bosses because he's just like, he was the boss of what, Dungeon 6, the Face Temple or something? And now he's relegated to a mini boss, but it's not the only time we'll see him, but I just love him. I love him so much. Especially since when I was a kid, I used to call him Faceade, because I didn't know how to pronounce Facade, F-A-C-A-D-E. And he was a face, so, you know. Anyway, also, when you have the bracelet equipped, you can just push pots instead of just picking them up. It doesn't really do much, but it's there. Now, this leads... Oh. So we have in here Pole's voices. And unfortunately, we have no microphones to scream into, so we just have to bomb them. I think you can probably also, I think you can also probably stun them as well. We'll see. Nope. Come on, game. This stupid torch lamp thing is really, really annoying. Okay, let's get somebody. You have to kill them in order to make your way into the next room over here. And this has a, I don't know, I call it roulette. You just, it tells you where to go. Did I go in the wrong direction? Yeah. I need to get the boss key first. Am I gonna have to kill Pole's voices again? No, okay, good. Yeah, that's where we're gonna have to go. Okay, good, we can still push the pots without the bracelet. I don't know why I thought I needed the bracelet. So these things, I have no idea what they're called. I used to know. They're not anti-fairies. That's something else, but when you hit them with a boomerang, they turn into fairies. So they usually show up shortly before the boss room, as a way to heal yourself. Well, let's go down here. Just gonna have all these moving platforms here. And it's us over here. You found the boss key. Now, can I just go from here? No, I'm just gonna go around the other way. Yeah. I think that's just to try to trick you, I don't know. You have to go through the correct secret way. But yeah, we're almost up to the boss once again. Dungeons here aren't that long, and that's okay. I'm fine with that. And that owl's gonna tell you something like, you know what? Let's talk to him, because he might reference he might reference. When the mouth opens, attack from with a superhuman strength prevail. Okay. So yeah, that doesn't really give you an indication of what's going to be happening with the boss. But suffice to say, that is the wrong button. Suffice to say, we're going to be using bombs and the ring here. But yeah, it's Dodongo, because you know Dodongo. But anyway, just remember, guys, Dodongo dislikes smoke. Anyway, when his mouth is opened, he'll puff up, and then you throw him onto the spikes. That's all you got to do. It's pretty easy. I love his sprite when you do that also. Also, sometimes he charges at you. Because this guy, you gotta take him seriously, yo. You mean that took more than 3? What kind of boss takes more than 3 hits? I'd ask you. I think it's gonna appear somewhere over here, or is it gonna be at the top? No, it's gonna be over here. Yay! Like I said, I enjoy standing where the heart spawns. I don't know why. But now we have our second essence. Or, now we have our second essence. You got the gift of time, an essence of nature. Seeds sprout as seasons change with the gift of time. Thank you, Dovey. I too received part of the gift of time. I just dreamt of Spool Swamp out west. Something is afoot there, but I can see no more. Come back! Anyway, now that we have completed our second dungeon and have our power bracelet, we could do a lot of stuff. But what is that stuff that we could do? We'll have to find that out in the next episode. So thank you very much for watching. This has been Sephiroth Level 4 with The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.